Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of Performance Max for lead generation. If you haven't seen part 1 already, click on my channel and watch part 1 all the way through. But we can just dive in, right? So this video is going to be mainly about the creative and asset groups, and then we're going to touch on the audience segmentation, and then show, Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of Performance Max for lead generation. And if you haven't seen part 1, just click on my channel and watch that one all the way through. But in this video, we're going to really just be breaking down the asset groups, creative, and audience segmentation. So we can just dive right in, right? So when you get through the first part and you get to the asset section, you're going to see areas to jump in to put in URLs, images, logos, videos. And the reason why there's so many different options and formats is because Performance Max at its core, it's not about a campaign type, right? It's not a YouTube campaign. It's not a paid search campaign. It's really about the user and finding the user where they are, right? In the old days of Google, right, you'd have a YouTube campaign that, filters in people from, or I'm sorry, you'd have a paid search campaign that filters in people from your YouTube campaign. You'd have to manually build these like omni-channel funnel type campaign setups, right? Performance Max is supposed to cut all of that down and kind of create one place, create a holistic approach, right? So you're going to want to ensure you're adding as many images you can, as many logos, as many videos, headlines, and all of that, right? Because you want to give Google as many options as possible so that your ads don't become stale, right? So you can import them from the website. You can go to your asset library and upload them, right? You can have like the best algorithms and machine learning systems in place, but if your front end messaging and creative isn't really what the user's looking for, you're not going to be able to convert, right? Videos are interesting, right? So you can import videos directly from YouTube, and you can actually just search any video out there. And what I will say, I think it's really important from a brand protection standpoint to only use videos that are from your personal or your business or brand YouTube channel, right? So if you don't have a YouTube channel, you should get one before you start a Performance Max campaign, right? And it's not that you don't need hundreds of subscribers. You really just need a place to put videos and put the type of creative you're going to be utilizing on the PMAX for lead generation campaigns, right? So start to build out, YouTube libraries, and you can just easily import them from here. Headline. So there's three different types of like actual like text copy. You've got headlines, long headlines, and descriptions, right? And I have another video I'll link below. It's about how to write responsive search ads that convert, but it's the same methodology here, right? So when you're writing headlines, I have kind of like a three-prong rule, right? I have show brand credibility, your value proposition, really what differentiates you from competitors and the value you bring towards consumers. And then 3 is going to be your call to action, right? So, if you're a marketing agency, like show that you're digital focused, you're transparent, you're relationship driven, that's your value prop. Your headline, your credibility is going to be, maybe it's just your logo with your trademark symbol, right? Maybe it's the amount of 5-star reviews you have, right? And your call to action is just a simple, book a free strategy call, right? So you're going to want to implement that on your headlines. And then your long headlines is basically going to be the same thing. These are not descriptions, right? So these are really for different ad formats like YouTube or maybe Gmail, where you can use longer headlines than just the traditional Google search engine 30, right? And then you have descriptions, and this is going to be, you're going to expound upon your value prop, right? And you have short description and long description, kind of similar to long headline and short headline. But you're going to expound upon your value prop and your credibility. And, it's really just for the people that see your headline, they're going to then go to your short description or your long description. You're going to want to make sure that it makes sense and it's blended, right? Then from there, you're going to go into your business name. Just put your business name, pretty simple. Add site links, right? If you have other areas in your site, or like contact us, pricing, case studies, really anything you feel like could provide value or even a deeper context, you're going to add that here. And then you can create like automated calls to actions, which are pretty cool. So the automated one is basically going to find copy from your site, or pick through this list right here. You've got get quote, apply now. pick whatever fits your business, right? If you're a service-based business, this is lead generation focused video. It's probably going to be somewhere along the lines of learn more, get a quote, apply now, sign up, right? So these are all actually really good, minus maybe to download or subscribe, but these top options would work really great, I think, for any lead generation PMAX campaign. And then here's some more options and asset types, right? This is kind of similar to the extensions on paid search campaigns. You can add promotions, prices, calls. Like there's a lot you can add here, and I'd recommend again max these out. Like you're gonna want to have more content is always better, right? Okay, so that kind of touches on all of the asset aspects of the video. Let's dive into the actual audience signals. So think of audience signals similar to if anyone has run Facebook ads, right? You can layer on like audience segments. And so Google kind of allows you to find people not based on what they search, like in real time, but who they are overall, like what in markets, like what products or services they're in market for, their affinity audiences. But you can't even dial this into like what people have searched for recently, right? So just create your audience. You're gonna hit a new audience here. So if I'm running this for my marketing agency, this is just gonna be for people looking for marketing, digital marketing services, right? So we'll name it custom segments. So this is where I have one kind of built out already. We're going to hit a new segment, and I'm going to find people who searched for digital marketing. See what comes up. Courses, online marketing, digital marketing certifications. See, we're going to find something again, people looking for digital marketing services maybe. It's really important, right? Like you don't have a ton of targeting options because it's really like you're telling Google to go find what works, but you can really cut the learning time in half by getting as detailed as possible here, right? So no, we're not an SEO agency. So again, like scan through this, maybe I'm going to want to even go even more niche and just type, PPC services. Hit search, pay-per-click advertising services. There we go. Yeah, just add these in. Maybe we can even go Google Ads, right? Agency. Again, you're going to get niche, right? Because like Google Ads can be people trying to learn Google Ads. That's not what we're looking for, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do right now. And we can just save that, or we'll name it, Google search, PPC, and Google Ads. We'll hit save. And so that'll be our new audience segment. So that's going to be part of it, right? Then we can even import like our data, right? So our website visitors, our YouTube users, things like that. And then you can even add in like actual like Google verified data. So I'm going to just type in PPC. And wow, yeah, all these in-market audiences of people that are currently searching for this type of stuff. Okay, and then you can hit just save. And so basically like what this audience name is, or audience segment is, we might want to change the name to something even more accurate, because this is going to be how you build out your targeting, right? So this is going to be for people looking for PPC agencies. And it's going to be a prospecting audience. So no one that has ever been, it's not remarketing. It's no one has ever interacted with my business that are looking for PPC agencies. Okay, so this is really important that you get this configured accurately, right? So as many ways that you can add to this group here, you should do it, right? So find other searches, find other interest in detailed demographic portions, add that to it. If you have data, again, this is not a remarketing, so I'm not using my own data here. So this is all about leveraging Google data. And then we're going to save this right here. And then Google says your audience signals has been added. Performance Max will go beyond your selection to find new conversions based on your goals, right? So what this does is like it gives Google a starting point, but by no means limits them for what they can or can't do, right? And that's important, right? Again, this is not paid search, traditional targeting. This is brand development and, telling Google, hey, here's my conversion signals, here's my potential audiences I want, but go beyond that and find something that works, right? Because as an advertiser, I really don't know what's out there. I think I know what my prospects are, right? But a lot of times, you miss the mark, and so this is kind of letting Google make data-driven decisions on your behalf. All right, so we're gonna hit next here. So I don't have any assets built out, so that's why it's giving me that warning. But basically, it's going to run through all of my campaign settings, right? And it's going to ask me, there's basically your opportunity to quickly QA your campaign, right? So just run through these really briefly and figure out, make sure everything's buttoned up. Obviously, I need to go back to my assets and update these. But yeah, so this is part 2 of Performance Max for lead generation. Again, I really feel like this is the future of digital marketing in general, and I think if brands are ready to jump in, they're going to get a great head start. So yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you on the next one.